to share with you why visualizing is so much more powerful than using affirmations. Now, I love affirmations and I think they're great. However, I want to tell you what is really, really the most powerful way to reprogram your mind, to make your mind a magnet to attract into your life what it is that you want. So, right now as I'm talking to you, my brain waves are at a certain frequency, which means how many cycles per second, and they're quite fast right now. It's probably between 20 and 30, and that's called the beta brainwave state. So there's between about, it's got here 21, so it's about 20 to 30 cycles per second. And I'm using my 5 senses in this beta state. I'm looking, I'm hearing, I'm smelling, tasting, touching. Now in that state, you have to use a lot of repetition to make impressions on the subconscious mind. It's like banging a piece of wood, you could say, on a table. You keep banging, keep banging, keep banging. You need to make a lot of impressions to make a dent in that table. Now, if I was to slowly ask you to close your eyes, relax, take a few deep breaths, really become calm and deeply relaxed, your brainwaves would slow down and they'd go into what we call the alpha state. Now the alpha state, the brainwaves are a lot slower, typically between around 8 to 12 cycles per second. Now the alpha state, if you just Google that, you would find millions and millions of hits. Why? Because it's the most stable brainwave state. It is also the healthiest state for us as human beings to be in, is to be in alpha. All our immune system is boosted in alpha. Healing in our bodies is accelerated in alpha. Intuition is best accessed in alpha. Creativity is at its utmost best when you're in alpha, when you have really good ideas or creative ideas, or you innovating, or you're doing art. I can go on and on. Alpha is really one of the best brainwave states, and we can be awake in alpha. So if you slow down into alpha, you can be consciously aware, just very relaxed, like when you're visualizing. And if you keep going deeper and deeper and your brainwaves slow down further, you'll eventually fall asleep, which is going into the theta state, and deep sleep is in delta. Now, when you visualize, why I say it's so much more important is because when we are in the alpha state, any thought that you have, especially mixed with strong emotion, makes deep impressions into the subconscious mind, even with very few. And it's like taking that same piece of wood, and instead of banging it on a table, you're pressing it down into like Play-Doh or plasticine. It just sinks right in, if you can imagine that as an analogy. So you make deep impressions in the subconscious mind, particularly when we have emotion about it. So when you're visualizing, it's very important that you feel the emotion, that you feel the joy of achieving the thing that you want, because that's when you make deep impressions, and you don't need that many. You make such a change to the subconscious. And remember, the most important thing I could ever tell you is that your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. Think about that. It cannot distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. So every time you visualize yourself achieving, you visualize yourself being more confident, you visualize yourself being successful, you visualize yourself bringing in that money, finding that beautiful, loving partner, or creating that business that you want, or improving your health, seeing yourself in better health, whatever it may be, the brain thinks it's real. And the more you do that, it becomes part of your conditioning and part of your own belief systems, the more you repeat it. And whatever you believe will ultimately become your reality. So we have a desire, create a belief, becomes your reality. So how to create a new belief to change your results? The most effective way is visualizing in a calm, relaxed state when you're in the alpha level. So my friends, as a takeaway, close your eyes when you want to visualize every day for at least 5 minutes, and take a lot of slow, deep breaths to calm down until you feel deeply relaxed, consciously relaxed from the top of your head all the way down, every part of your body down to your toes. And when you're totally relaxed, then visualize, and remember, visualize with emotion. The more emotion, the better. Emotions are the creative force. So just to tell you, this is exactly what we do in the Silva method. We do all our programming in the alpha state. And we even do some deeper programming in the theta state, being consciously aware. That's for mind-body healing, a deeper programming state. So I hope that's been helpful. Use affirmations for sure. They're great, especially through the day. If ever you get a doubtful or fearful thought going through your head, immediately go cancel, overwrite it with a positive affirmation. But definitely every day, at least once a day, visualize, and visualize with emotion in the alpha level. Otherwise, my friends, have a wonderful day and God bless.